What's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And welcome to a new week. We have started this week off with some news going on in all of markets, but we'll take a peek over here at the Bitcoin price chart and the altcoin market. But the reality is, not a whole lot has changed here throughout the weekend. When I left you guys on Friday, I talked about kind of what I was looking at on a shorter term time frame, discussing in my video on Friday that I expected that the bottom was likely in, but we would still see some rising up here in the total market cap, some pulling back in here, and this could last for several days. That is what's been happening here. We did rise up to those levels. We have been pulling back, and my suspicion is this will still continue for just a couple of days. So likely, based on things I've seen several times in the past, that it's just going to be kind of a boring couple of days, which makes sense. We're heading into a holiday week. If you're here in the United States and a lot of places of the country, kids are out of school all week this week, heading into Thanksgiving. Even for me, videos are going to be very spotty this week. My videos are going to be a little bit shorter than usual, and there won't be as many videos this week because the kids are home, family's going to be coming in from out of town, and I've got a lot of things going on in my life due to it being the holidays. But even our price charts say that, hey, it's probably going to be a kind of a boring time period for the next several days. One thing interesting did happen this morning is we did have a big rise happen in Bitcoin. We can see the price actually went down to $56,600, and then over the course of 20 minutes, Bitcoin actually ended up rising $2,800. It rose 5% in a matter of 20 minutes. The interesting thing about that did happen several minutes before President Joe Biden of the United States taps Jerome Powell for second term. So Biden has nominated Jerome Powell, the current Federal Reserve Chairman, for a second term. So one could argue, did this play into that at the same time? The stock market opened up very happy on that news. So there's a case that those did have something to do with each other. But typically when we're in this type of move, I look at like what's going on the chart, and you can see we were dipping down a little bit lower. Let me take that off the screen. We were dipping down. It's almost as if when you fire up that fast, it's almost like a liquidation event. It's as if we take out shorts, that a lot of people started to short Bitcoin as it broke down below this level, and we're probably in here too, and then it went through and fired and cleared all of them out. That seems more likely to me. However, the timing of it does coordinate with what happens over there in the stock market and the nomination of Jerome Powell. Personally, I have no opinion on who is the Federal Reserve Chairman. It makes sense that Jerome Powell gets renominated. It doesn't rock the boat right now because there's no question that the U.S. stock market, at least the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, are all in big giant bubbles. And when we look at what the Dow Jones looks like compared to the 1920s before we went off into the Great Depression, the height of the bubble that we are printing right now is getting very close to the same height of what we saw happen to the Dow Jones before the Great Depression happened. And we're just mere percentage points away from that occurring. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of not wanting to rock the boat right now and make it just seem like, hey, everything's normal. Everything's going to keep resuming. Again, it's just narratives. I don't know how they're playing all their cards. They've all got their own little hidden strategy of what they're all doing. Again, I also like to preface this. I'm not political on this channel. I don't swing left. I don't swing right. I let everybody just kind of make up their own decision. I'm not here to pin one party against another. I just don't even play that game. I have distrust for everybody, so I will be critical of anyone. It doesn't matter who it is. But I've had this expectation on the Dow Jones to keep going up higher and higher. This has been my plan. This has been something that I remained with conviction through the C19 sell-off back in March of 2020 that we would continue up higher. This is an exciting moment. Cryptocurrency has a tendency to follow the stock market. If we still have this bigger push, this big blow off top to come in here for the stock market, I would totally assume that's going to happen with cryptocurrencies. So long as we're not up there, and you don't have me shaking in my boots yet. You'll definitely have me shaking in my boots big time if we get up to that height at that point. But it's in the back of my mind at all times. Like, look, that seems to be the next likely thing to happen over there in the stock market, and that's probably going to carry over into cryptocurrencies. Because when we take these things off log scale, we can just see we have big bubbles starting to print, especially over here in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's getting very close to that 4.236 extension based on the 1999-2000 tech bubble, right? The one that popped, the big famous, the dot-com bubble that popped. We are almost at a 4.236 extension based on that one as well. So it makes sense to me that we're not rocking the boat just yet. But outside of that news, the price action over here on Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market really just remained flat throughout the week, and things still remain the same for what I discussed last week. Bitcoin does not want to go below $53,000. So long as it's above $53,000, it's still technically safe. Any move below that starts really kind of questioning, is the top of Bitcoin already in? It does hurt Elliott wave counts if that starts happening. I did post some things, and I've been trying to make a habit of this the best I can, that when the candles close for the week, that I post over here on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me at bcbacker. That right when the weekly candle closes, I try to post over here on Twitter to say, what were the significant things about the week? And Bitcoin closed the week at $58,671, which was below the 3.618 Fibonacci extension it had cleared the week prior. And we could see that 2 weeks prior, we did close above that extension level, and then last week significantly lost it. However, for the total market cap of the entire cryptocurrency market, as you guys know, we're always talking about the rally prior to capitulation, leading the 4.236 Fibonacci extension, the pullback, the breakout, while the total market cap of the entire cryptocurrency market was still able to close its weekly candle above the high set back in May at 2.577 trillion. And we could see that we were still able to hold this level from back in May for the weekly candle close. So, as we head into this week, my expectations will be that it's likely going to be a calm week. If we get some type of surprise and some type of big price action, hey, cool, we'll talk about it. But I am going into it with the expectation that Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency, for the most part, through the majority of the week, will be flat. And, I've been in this market for several years. I've been in here since the earlier part of 2017. Sometimes, and very serious, sometimes on holidays, we can get crazy price action. I don't know who's pulling the levers for that to happen, but it does happen. And especially in 2017, it did. It seemed like on holidays, we were actually getting big price action. So we'll see what happens. Timing, I always say it's impossible to predict. We can make our best guesses on it all we want, but it really is just like nearly impossible to predict. And here I am trying to kind of predict time. I'm thinking it's probably going to be kind of a sideways week. But heading into the holidays, there are a couple of cool things that are going on this week that I'll share with you. And one of them is happening tonight, is that if you're unfamiliar with the YouTube channel On the Chain Live, they're going to be having Congressman Tom Emmer on their channel tonight, where they will have a live stream with him and and hopefully he'll answer questions that you guys do have. So I will share this over here on my Twitter when they go live. They do it at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And you can bet I'll be in there watching that tonight. So come chat with me in the live chat in there. And then lastly, I'll give you guys a little bit of a pro tip. As it is a holiday week here in the United States, we have something called Black Friday and Cyber Monday. This may pertain to other people around the world, and you'll have to see what the shipping is on these places. And let me just say this, I'm not affiliated with this website I'm about to show you. I've never talked to them in my life. I don't receive any compensation for telling you about this website. It's just a website that I use all the time for anybody who stacks gold and stacks silver and precious metals and whatnot. But on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, that's where you're going to get your best discounts on premiums on physical gold and silver. So I always keep my eyes over here on this website, findbullionprices.com. And over here on the left side of the screen, they have Black Friday deals. And I am always keeping an eye on what is going on sale. And some of the stuff has already started for this week. I am going to be patient. I'm going to hold out till later in the week before I really start kind of pulling the trigger on some of this stuff. But every year, I'm always holding off until Black Friday so I could try to get the best discount that I can. Now, silver's volatile, gold's volatile. Doesn't mean you're going to get the best prices ever if the spot prices dip next week or the week after that or whatnot. But for me, the big pain point for me is always paying those ridiculous premiums. If you're paying $4 or $5 or $6 extra on top of an ounce of silver just to have the physical metal, that always drives me crazy. But Black Friday, you can usually get a pretty big discount and get that closer to $1 to $2 to $3 of premium rather than 5, 6, 7. So that's my Black Friday discount tip. But otherwise, tonight on the Chain Live, you can subscribe to them over here on YouTube. I will be hanging out in the live chat tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time, as Congressman Tom Emmer is hanging out with them, and they're asking questions that you have, and maybe we'll get an idea of what he does know is coming down the pike. But all right, we'll wrap this thing up. The weekend was pretty calm over there in the cryptocurrency market. And I can tell, man, I'm already in Thanksgiving mode. I'm just like super chill right now. I had, like I mentioned earlier this week, I believe I mentioned it, I had 2 events this weekend and I ate like garbage all weekend long. You would not believe how much fried food I ate. And I eat relatively healthy. I do, because I do that, I do high intensity interval training in the morning. And I try not to waste all that by eating complete junk food. So I usually eat pretty clean. But this weekend was just fried chicken, cake, cookies, macaroons, all kinds of junk food. I'm just like, all right, in 3 more days from right now, we're going to do it all over again. So I'm feeling pretty chill, but don't you worry, I am still working out in the mornings. But the reality is, prices were pretty flat throughout the weekend. Bitcoin lost its 3.618 Fibonacci extension. Total market cap was able to hold the weekly candle close above the high set back in May. And now we're just kind of sitting flat, waiting for the next move to end up happening. So if that move produces itself, we'll have something to talk about. Otherwise, we'll just kind of see what's going on in the market. So with On the Chain Live having special guest Tom Emmer tonight, that'll be exciting. And while for me, I wait all year long to get these discounts on these precious metals. So I'm looking forward to that happening this week as well. Till then, hopefully crypto does something for us and we have something crazy to talk about. But otherwise, I will wrap up this one. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you had a great weekend. I hope that you spend some time with your family this week. I know something from doing this for so many years is that you're not going to get these holidays back, man. Last year, I was making videos every day leading up to the holidays. I even put out a video on Thanksgiving morning, man. If I could tell you something, a piece of advice out there, spend time with your family. Enjoy your family. You won't get this moment of your life back again. Time is precious. You can't buy your time entirely. You can buy, what you do with your time is in not having to work, but you can't buy your holidays back. You can't buy the past back. Spend time with your family. Step away from the charts. Step away from crypto and just enjoy the things that are good in your life, the things that you are grateful for, and find a way to put that phone away during this time period. But all right. That's it. We'll wrap it up. If you're looking for something to do before the holidays, of course, you can check out my website over here, which is bcbacker.com. This is a course that I put together where I deep dive into the previous Bitcoin bull runs, the different altcoin market cycles. I tie them all together. I show how this cryptocurrency market has worked in the past, and I talk about my personal exit plans in here. I teach you how to set up your own charts and your own indicators within TradingView and CoinTrader Pro. I talk a lot about mathematics and percentages and why those are so important to me. And just recently, I did add part 4 exit plan for Ethereum, part 4 final update. That's 10 minutes long. And I did just recently add the blockchain backer exit plan, part 4 progress update, which is 20 minutes long. This content is structured a lot like my YouTube channel. It is not like going through like PowerPoint presentations or anything like that. It's very, very similar to what my YouTube channel is like and how I deliver my content here on YouTube. So you can check all of this out over here, all of this educational content at bcbacker.com. You could follow me over here on Twitter at bcbacker. And I want to thank you so much for watching my channel. If you could, please like this video and give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.